so everybody can see us from our end. So let me make sure we add all our people on um, and everything too. So I'm excited that everybody's here. Um, I see Ken. I see. Let's see if I can add everybody on here. And thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you for joining. We're gonna make sure that everyone can see us as well and everything too. So I'm excited. Today is the day, and we are now going to be able to launch. Release our. I'm excited that we're releasing our new one. So let me make sure we can see everybody. And we're on here. Yes. Okay. So, everyone I'm excited to see our guests for today. I'm going to make sure that everyone can see us from the other side of things, but I do have my panelists, if everyone who is able to. And if you want to, also, if you're not in the mainstream part of it, you can also go to the different parts of the social media and do the social media. If you go to @STEMCrewMag, that's one. If you go to @Tiffany it should be live streaming there as well, just in case if the other platform isn't working. But if you are, make sure that you go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com, celebrate, and make sure that you log in from there, and so that we can also see you from that end as well. And so I'm going to make sure my people over there can see us. But I do have my panelists, and everyone can see our panelists right now. And so I'm excited for us to be able to get going and start it. So let me make sure those that are on there can see us as well. And so to make sure that everyone can see us, and we have our panelists, and I'm excited to be able to make sure that they are going to share their journey and experiences. And so I probably will go ahead and start making sure that I go ahead and start asking questions, and then the people can also start making sure that they can hear us and see us as well. And so if our panelists that's on here, which are featured on here, could just introduce yourself, tell them, we did our spiel, we have our, we've done it. If you could introduce yourself, why you're so excited about STEM, we'll go ahead and get you going on that. And then I'll go ahead and make sure people can see us from the other end. So Dr. King, you want to go first since she was on here? Go for it.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me today. Can you all hear me? Just double checking. Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Cameron King. I'm scientist, researcher, STEM diversity advocate, and most importantly, the founder of Black Girls C, a business that empowers girls and women in STEM. I love STEM, obviously, and it's so, of course, representation matters. So thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you so much, STEM Crew Magazine, for all the work that you do, for highlighting all the wonderful trailblazers that you have highlighted thus far.
Awesome. All right, we have Ken. Go ahead, talk to us.
Beautiful. Hi, I'm Ken. It's a pleasure to be here. Nice to meet you, Cameron. And Tiffany, nice to meet you live.
Yes.
I'm Ken Hecht. I'm the president of the National STEM Honor Society. And we're nationwide and now going worldwide. And our watchword is from pre-K to career. So literally, we recognize kids in STEM from pre-K, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through back to back to back, year after year if they earn it, from K to career. We're in Boston, Massachusetts, but really we have about 100 people work at the company. And we are really expanding now to 27 countries. We just got Kenya, which we're very excited about. I was on with Uganda yesterday, and there's just with Ecuador today. So there's just so much fun going on in our worldwide expansion. So National STEM Honor Society, whatever we can do to help, we'd love to help.
Awesome. So can you tell us about your journey? What got you started with wanting to be a part of STEM? Talk to us. What got you into it?
Alrighty. Oh, thank you. I always love the environment. I always love science when I was not a science guy. Well, for Christmas, when my parents asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I would ask for chemistry sets and biology. I just have always had a God given passion for science, but mainly protecting the environment. So, throughout my entire educational career, has been aimed towards one, really protecting our environment, whether that's in chemistry or environmental engineering. Um, which even leads me to my job now, in which I do, which tries to protect human health and the environment from certain chemicals. So, long story short, I'm not sure how long these answers are supposed to be. I don't want to take up all the time, but really, I've just always loved science. It's just been my passion, what I love to do. I love method, discovering new things, and how really can STEM impact our environment and how we can use it to better our lives every day. So that's long story short version of how I got into STEM and why I love to do what I do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Talk to us, Ken.
I've got an unusual track. I grew up in the South Side of Chicago. This is my father's retirement ring from the Chicago Fire Department. So I'm one of five kids, and I was pretty good at science and math, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I went to the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana, and who knew? It turned out to be this great engineering school, and I went into engineering, and I loved it, and that lit the fire. So then, after a long career in business, I really worked with Eric Majors and started the National STEM Honor Society. So really, it's an exciting. I got lucky, right? I got really lucky. My parents didn't go to college, so what really drives me is helping kids, go year after year after year on a very planned and programmed way to be excited about you, Dr. King, about STEM early on and have it last a lifetime. So that's really what drives me now. But it was just a stroke of luck for me personally.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, talk to me. Can you share a significant challenge you faced and how you overcame it?
Start. So as you can imagine, so my undergraduate was in chemistry and married, then my master's at Johns Hopkins Engineering, then my PhD. As you might can imagine, it's very rare to see somebody as a woman or I don't even remember women teachers or professors until college. So it's just consciously discouraging, albeit that I love science, kept pushing and going along, but just not seeing somebody that like me kind of subconsciously, and can I do this? Can I succeed in these fields? So I set out to become somebody that I wanted to see, to encourage other people to thrive and succeed in these fields. I would say that's like the biggest overall big picture in this STEM arena. Just look like you and being encouraged that you can do those same things.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, go ahead.
Well, I thank you for that, Doctor. I think the biggest current challenge that we see is that as we talk to teachers all over the country and the world, STEM teachers in particular, their plates full. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of competition for teachers. They've got a lot of pressures from administration and political pressures and all kinds of things going on. So our biggest challenge right now is to find those what we call STEM champions because they're a little harder to find right now. It's a bit in turmoil. So what we need is if you're out there and you're thinking about being a teacher, and really encourage you to help our kids be a teacher, be a STEM teacher, get excited about it. I mean, the future is unbelievable. What's going on when I see these little 8-year-old girls who look like you, Dr. King, and they are 8 years old, and we think the next couple of years, oh my God, AI's here and robots and drones. Well, this child is going to live for 72 to 82 more years. What is that child going to see? So what we're looking for is, when you're a teacher, you have that extended impact on humanity, right? And that's what's going on. The acceleration of technology is so incredible that in order to help to overcome these challenges, we need more teachers really getting excited about getting into the teaching profession and going for the ride. I mean, you're going to be teaching these kids really interesting stuff for decades to come. So that's the way to overcome the challenge as well.
Hmm. That's important. It's important. Now, what advice would you give our young people when it comes to, envisioning our future? So, what advice would you give to the young individuals who are wanting to pursue STEM careers?
Piggyback off of what Kim was saying, I always say I would teachers, from kindergarten to first grade to second, middle school, high school, I would not be able to do what I do now without all the teaching, knowledge, etc., from teachers, from up into my PhD. So I'm very grateful to be able to do what I do, which is on the backs of all of my teachers. So very appreciative of that. So kind of wrapping all that together, the advice that I would give to people, from or to kids from kindergarten, your PhD, that these things scientific concepts compound on each other. So, just paying attention, whether you're in first grade or second grade, bringing that along into middle school and like bringing that along into high school. I still use concepts from, elementary school, solid, liquid, and gas. It's very relevant for my PhD when I was doing my PhD work. I know it's attention to your teachers and really appreciate what they're teaching you, because you'll see those things again if you stay in academia long enough. So that would definitely be to anyone. Just, if you're in the STEM arena, these things compound on each other and you're going to need these things throughout the rest of your career. So just pay attention and, be appreciative of the things that your teachers are teaching you.
Mm-hmm. Some great advice. Great advice.
And I would add to that, Dr. King, to, you know, uh, for our young students out there and our young teachers to get excited about this. I mean, when you're studying STEM at this point in the history of Earth, it's just an unbelievable place to be with AI, robots, drones, coding, the environment, all these areas that you can push the envelope. And things are going to be moving so rapidly that the job you're going to have 5 years from now, half of them are not even invented yet. So, get in for the ride. This is going to be the ride of history. There's never been a ride like the ride we're about to go on. And as in the hockey language, they used to say about Wayne Gretzky, one of the greatest hockey players. He wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the strongest, but he always went to where the puck was going to be. He went to where the puck was going to be. So go to where the puck is going to be. Go into STEM. That's where the action is. It's unbelievable what's going to happen over the next decade, 5 years, 2 years, 20 years. Get in the game, get in the action, get excited about it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, talk to us about, how do you envision the future of STEM and its impact on society? How do y'all envision the future for STEM?
Wow. I think I said this in my video. In my opinion, everything from your medicine to the car you drive to your clean water to anything that you can think of is really brought to you by STEM. So I envision personally that percentage of, 2% of African American women and the percent of women in general in the STEM workforce. I envision that increasing. That way we can have a diversity of thinking, a diversity of different solutions that we're going to need, especially in the environmental realm, to solve, to, get together our world's problems, whether that's getting clear water to remote parts of the country or solving our energy and climate change crisis. I just see different minds, different perspectives coming together when they are able to be exposed to these sort of things to solve the many solutions that we're going to have for the future. So that's what I personally envision for the future of STEM.
Love it. Love it. Love
Well done. Well done. And to add on to that, I think because the future it contains AI, robots, drones, all this crazy stuff that's coming at us, we not only need STEM, we need the science, technology, engineering, math skill sets. But what we really need also is leadership, because there's a lot of people that are going to be running to use these very powerful tools of technology, and they're not all the good guys. And so we need a whole bunch of good guys out there to make sure that everybody's playing the game correctly here. So not only do we need STEM, and STEM education, but we need leaders. We need leaders in STEM that are going to take the steering wheel, take control, and really guide us to a place that's really positive. Because the power is going to be so incredible to do good or otherwise that we got to harness that power in the future for good leadership.
Love it, love it. And another question before we transition to the next part of it is going to be, why are you excited to be a part of the STEM Crew magazine? Why are you excited to be one of the features? Talk to us.
It is definitely an honor to be a feature in STEM Crew magazine. One, this is such an amazing business, such an amazing highlighting all the different achievements of people that I didn't even know. I went through like the Instagram and started following people from the Black Girl Scientist Network page because such amazing resources, such a great network of people that will be able to support one another. So one, that's why I'm super excited about being part of this, ever growing group of trailblazers in this STEM arena and just making these networks and great connections that, that we can propel the mission of promoting STEM for the future to come. Again, for this honor and this feature and getting to know awesome people in STEM as well that I didn't know before.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Talk to
Well,
us, Ken.
to follow on Dr. King, of course, the promotional aspects are great, helping us get our message out through STEM Crew, magazine. But I have this feeling, as you've mentioned, Dr. King, that it's a community of people who have been on STEM, magazine and STEM Crew magazine, and really there's an alumni, and it almost seems like there's a natural alumni network. So I'm really thrilled to do it. I'm going to do the same thing, Dr. King, you've been doing, is researching all the amazing people, Tiffany, that you've had on here, because you know what, we're all pushing the same rock up the same hill. All right. We're all pushing the same rock up the same hill. So let's get together and let's really understand one another, work together, and get just these outstanding results for these kids of the future, our future leaders.
Love it. Love it. Now, how can people learn more from you? You've got any tools, anything? How can people get more in touch with you as well? That's the final question.
Awesome. So, of course, you can follow us at scientist.com, website, our resources, our service stuff, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the social media outlets. So if you want more info, www.scientist.com.
Awesome. Awesome.
And we're at the National STEM Honor Society, so our acronym is NSTEM. So it's nstem.org. And if you want to have some fun, we just got back from the NSTA conference in New Orleans, and we brought out a new character called Albert NSTEM. And I was Albert Enstem, and I got a gray wig right in this little drawer right here. I was thinking about putting it on, but I'm not going to. But if you want to see some funny stuff and all these teacher interviews, go to National STEM Honor Society or NSTEM, our Instagram. We've got YouTube, all kinds of stuff. And it's nstem.org, and you can see all kinds of stuff. We just had 44,000 views on our YouTube channel in the last 28 days. So there's just a whole lot going on. Our Instagram's blowing up. And or you can just go to our website, look me up, shoot me an email. My cell phone's plastered all over the place. Call me on my cell if you need me, whatever I can do to help.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for being amazing panelists, getting on here to advertise. I'm looking forward to, I'll press the button. Everybody's like, when's it coming? But I got to do all this right now. So it will be coming. The document is finished. And so I'll be able to send it out to everyone, but I need everybody to go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com. Those that subscribe, I'm going to put a mass email out and say, here's the new released fall 2024. So thank you so much, y'all, for being a part of us. Have a good one.
It's a pleasure, Tiffany. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. All right. So
Nice
now
to
I'm
meet
going
you.
to transition everyone to just listen to the newly covered release individual who's going to be on the radio show. So if some people cannot see us on the www.stemcrewmagazine.com/celebrate, you can also check us out at the YouTube one. It's live there. So if those that are having trouble, just go to the YouTube at Tiffany Teachy, or you can go to at STEM Crew Mag and you can listen and watch this as well. So thank you to our panelists. I'm getting ready to transition so we can hear. I want us to hear the radio show. So if you're wanting to know how to get to the radio show, let me show you real quick how you do that. So you're going to go to www.readitwriteradioshow. I'm going to show you that real quick. Let me see if I can share this. So if you see this, Read It Right Radio Show, go to www.readitwriteradioshow. Listen live every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is where you'll get to see and hear our radio. So I'm going to turn it on and see if you can listen to it from here. excited once again to be able to share this opportunity of a new release. This is going on a year, you guys. I'm so excited. Um, so I'm so excited that I'm excited once I finish this whole talk, once we do these panelists, everybody's like, when are we getting the magazine? Well, this is how it works. I will release it after we finish all this. And everybody who has signed up, the goal is to make sure that you are going to www.stemcrewmagazine.com. Make sure if you are subscribed, free, it's a free digital. Make sure you go and do it. I'm gonna put it up here just in case you don't know or don't remember the if you don't know by now that we've been talking about it. Stemcrewmagazine.com. If you have not done so already, make sure that you are doing it. Make sure that you are doing it. And then after we finish this talk, because my panelists, I see them coming on. So once they get their camera ready, get all that together, we're going to get them up here and be able to share some more nuggets. I'm so thankful for Dr. King and Ken, who are also featured in the magazine to come on for the first part of the panels. And so I'm excited for our next part of our panels to come up. But once again, www.stemcrewmagazine.com. And let me do a little segment. While I'm making sure everybody who wants to be on the panel, who's going to be on the panel, comes up. I think I'm gonna do a little sneak preview. Let me make sure in the chat. Can y'all hear me? Make sure you can hear me. Make sure you're still there. Put in the chat if you are there. People, make sure let me know you can hear me. Okay. What a great episode. You enjoyed it, Danny. Thank you so much. Oh, everybody's like, yes, want a sneak preview. Okay, let me see. For those that's on here listening, let's do before I go to my panelists. I think I'm gonna show a little sneak preview. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Now, when I show this sneak preview, I don't need y'all just going on, making sure y'all all in it and screenshotting and doing all that, because once you do it, I need to make sure you download it through subscribing stemcrewmagazine.com and then be able to get it that way. So let me see if I can make sure I can show it real quick. So let me share screen real quick. See if I want to share what I want to share. Okay, I see you back on, Erica. Good. And Sharon, I see you out there. So my panelists are coming on. But while I'm waiting for them, let me just do a little sneak preview. I see the people in the chat saying, yeah, they want a sneak preview. Let me see if I want to make sure I got so many tabs open, y'all. I want to make sure I share the right thing, because I don't want y'all seeing all the stuff I've got pulled up. All right, let's see here. All right. So let's see here. I want to see if I can make sure. Okay, so you're there. All right, let me see if I can share screen. I want to make sure I share the right thing and not show y'all too much of my stuff that I got open. So let's see here. This is going to be a sneak preview. When you get it and download, this is what I want to make sure that y'all are doing. So sneak preview is coming. Let me see here. Share. Let's see, the fall issue. Let me press the button. Share. Let me share it real quick. Let me share it with the people. So those that have joined and registered, you're already getting to see the front cover. Let me see my people that's listening in right now through YouTube at STEM Crew Mag, at Tiffany Teachy. I have y'all looking at my magazine right now. So let me see. I'm sharing that right now. So let me see my people that's listening on off the platform, listening to the social media. Let me see if I can share something real quick. Share the front cover. So as you heard the radio show host, you got to hear him. And so that was him, Maynard, who represented. So, okay, so I'm sharing this right now. I'm about to do a little flip. Let's see here. Let me see if I really want to show the flip of it. So hopefully people in the chat, let me know if you want to see the preview. But of course, Maynard, like I said, is our cover feature. You got to hear him on the radio show. We have 22 STEM trailblazers representing, and that is exciting. So those that you're listening to the panel, you get to see them. We've got 5 gummy bear STEM challenges. I wanted to see if we can get something, and that is from our smart chicks representing, who I always try to make sure we have some, activities that's in the book, in the magazine. So definitely want to make sure that, as well as some fun STEM facts. And one of the features as far as articles, we have so many great articles. We have some, that are great at being able to share some tips as far as things tied with STEM. So I'm appreciative of our contributing writers. We have reoccurring ones, but always looking for more. We had a total of 17. So we have fun STEM facts. And of course, this is the anniversary issue. I am excited. We got some very good speakers and stuff. I'll give you some STEM facts. We got variety of subjects and talks dealing with the gummy bears, the 22 amazing, different talks about balloons for the Thanksgiving STEM challenge. We got different things from bridges, girls and civil features. Let me see. I'm gonna go real fast. And of course, I'm the founder. I don't even know if I let y'all know. Tiffany Teachy. My name is Tiffany Teachy. I am the founder of the STEM Crew magazine. So I love to share that. But guess what? We are celebrating our first year anniversary. 100 featured STEM trailblazers, 30 plus STEM activities, 17 contributing writers. This is our list of contributor writers for this fall one. Let me see how far I'm gonna go. Let me go fast. Y'all ain't gonna get to see everything. Subscribe. Got to go subscribe. But this is our featured. Then we have different things. We have always, it's important to have businesses representing. So I'm excited to have our businesses. Carly and Adam, they represent as far as their activities for the last magazine. So make sure you are subscribing. I don't want you to miss out. We are going on, this is our fifth magazine. All right, I think that's enough. And of course, if you want your own children's book, talk to me. If you want to write your own book, www.publishtowritebook.com. All right, I think I'm gonna stop sharing. Now. Yeah, I think y'all got a good taste right now. Go in the chat. Let me know. Did you like what you saw? You got a little glimpse of it. I hope you liked a little bit what you saw. Let me know. Talk to me. I need to know if the people liked it. Somebody said they saw how many pages. Yeah, this is the most pages ever. I'm gonna let you know. Yes, Danny, 88 pages. I was trying to reduce it, but we got 22 trailblazers. You got 5 to 6 articles. This might be one of those where it's like we went all in. And of course, it's our anniversary. So yes, it's a lot of pages for this magazine right now. A lot more than all of them we've had. So thank you. Yeah, this is a glimpse of it. So you got a little taste of it. Y'all got a little taste. So now I'm gonna see about switching over. I want to make sure our panelists that's on here get to see you. Okay, I see everybody. Okay, everybody said they're joining. So let me turn on your camera so we can make sure everybody see you, and then I will make sure everybody can see you on the stage. All right. I see Katie. I see Erica. And where's Sharon? Turn your camera on. There you go. I see you, ladies. Okay. Good stuff. All right. Y'all go on. Bear with me. Let me see if I can work this out. Get everybody on the stage. Okay. All right. So hopefully some more of our panelists might come on. Oh, I see it. There she got the link. Good. All right. Make sure. Okay. All right. So if you have your other things on the side that you're listening to, mute that. Because I hear an echo. So if you have another device that's open, if you're on the panel, make sure you mute the. Okay, good stuff. All right. So let me now take this off your faces. Let me move these off. All right. Great group of ladies. All right, so as I go into this, I gave a sneak preview. Y'all ladies are in there. I didn't get that far because we got 22 of them, so they didn't even get to see all the features like y'all. So this is what this is about with the panel. So I'm excited that y'all get to be able to see it from the side. So talk to us. Each of y'all, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, and yeah, just introduce yourself right now. Erica was on here first. Let's go with Erica. Then we go, I see everybody. Erica, Katie, and then we'll go down. Sharon, and then Dr. Owner. Go for it.
Well, thank you so much, Tiffany. It's an honor and pleasure to be a part of this, particularly for your 1-year anniversary of STEM Crew magazine. So my name is Erica Moore, and I serve as the executive director of an organization called STEM Funders Network, which is a collective or a collaborative of grant makers from all over the country, focusing on STEM education from cradle to career. Graduated as an engineer many moons ago, industrial engineer many moons ago, and had the blessing and honor of working in corporate, nonprofit, and now philanthropy. So again, very honored to be here, particularly with these amazing women that are here this evening as well. But thank you for the graciousness of being featured in your 1-year anniversary magazine of STEM Crew magazine.
Awesome. All right. So Katie's still trying to fix it out. Let's go to Sharon real quick. Go, Sharon.
Hey, people. It's Sharon McDougal coming at you. I am the CEO of Suit Up with Shay. I'm an author, speaker, former space shuttle worker, and I'm just so thrilled that you asked me to be a part of your 1 year anniversary STEM Crew magazine. Whoop,
Love it. Love it. All right. Okay, who's next? We, she's still fixing her camera. We're gonna go. Yeah.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. We're gonna go. We'll go with the doctor. We'll go with Doctor. Go
Hi,
for it.
everybody. I'm Dr. Orna Kretschmer. I'm the founder and CEO of Young Steamers, a nonprofit organization that brings STEAM enrichment to kids that otherwise cannot afford it, kids that come from underserved, undersourced, low-income families. And I'm very honored to be featured in this 1 year anniversary of your magazine.
Yes. Yes. All right. Last but not least, go ahead, Katie.
Hi,
Talk to her.
y'all. My name is KD Chelsea Dunn. I have been in engineering for 11 years. I've held various roles as a software developer, and my business is Glam Techie because I thought I was going to be a fashion girly. I wanted to study fashion merchandising, but that's not what God had for me. And my business is Glam Techie Digital, and I help people break into tech at all stages of their career.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm so excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me and seeing all the other ladies and panelists. This is exciting.
Yes. Yes. All right. So let's talk real quick. What got you into the journey of STEM? Talk to us. And whoever wants to go, we'll go. All of y'all just try to answer.
Well,
We'll
I
go.
had no idea what I was going to do. STEM, that acronym wasn't even out back in the
Come
day.
on,
So,
come on.
so
You and me both.
yes, I was like, okay, but that's good though. Put a little
Right.
tag on it and made it a little more cool. The kids we want to get it more involved because it sounds all cool. I'm gonna be in a STEM. But my journey was very unconventional. I joined the Air Force and learned my career as a spacesuit technician and transferred over to work with the space shuttle program with astronauts. So I had no idea what I was going to do. My job chose me because when you go into the military, you test and they put you where they want where you need it and what your scores were. So that's how I got into mine. So I'm so glad that I was put in aerospace physiology because I wouldn't have ended up with two amazing careers. So that's my little short tidbit on that.
Love it. Love it. All right. Who else wants to go next?
For me, coming out of high school, wanted to pursue being a computer engineer. Selected Georgia Tech, which at the time in 1990 was literally just becoming accredited with that particular major. And spent almost 4 years studying that major, also doing 3 internships. But just decided, quite honestly, it was like, yeah, no, making microprocessing chips is not for me. I will probably drive somebody crazy in the lab talking too much while trying to make these microprocessing chips. But the blessing also was I had an opportunity to do an internship at the White House, which was like logistics on steroids. And that opened my eyes and my mindset to pursuing what I didn't know at the time, but realized was industrial engineering because of the different disciplines that are in industrial engineering. But really, before all of that in high school, it was just a love of math, a love of science, a love of the things that are the composites of what STEM represent. And so that's what encouraged me to even pursue a place like Georgia Tech. But where I landed in industrial engineering had very much to do with a phenomenal internship experience. And I don't want to be dismissive of the other 3 years through inroads. Those were great as well because it helped me to understand what I really do and what I don't like. And it gave me perspective. And that's why if there are any students or if there are any teachers, or educational leaders that are a part of this tonight, just encourage your students to pursue internships, and just opportunities that can give them exposure. Because whether the good or the bad of it, it gives them perspective and it gives them the opportunity to make some decision points before they graduate.
Mm, love it. Love it. All right. Did everyone get to go? Did everybody good to go? All right. Talk to us.
Okay, I'll go. So I was always a very, very curious child. I Everything was very interesting for me, and I remember being very little, and my dad would take me out to see the moon phases or the constellations. We planted a very, very tiny garden, and we grew plants. I always knew that I want to study biology, and that's what I did. I started my academic career studying biology. Then I did my PhD in molecular biology, and ended up after postdoc in UC Berkeley. I ended up doing research in Stanford University. In 2008, when the economy went down, so did all the grants for research, and I had to rethink my path. And I started to write lesson plans for kids to teach different scientific concepts in a fun and hands-on way to instill love of science in kids. And my long-term dream was to bring this program to kids that otherwise cannot afford it. So that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome, awesome. For some reason, I'm I'm gonna see why I can't add. We added another person. Is Katie on there? Yeah, Katie's on there. Okay, and then Dr. Let's see.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Katie's still pressing buttons. Go for it. Talk to us. Introduce yourself, and then what got you into STEM.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Daisy Rosas Vargas. And what got me into STEM was that I had this really cool teacher in high school that let me take this STEM camp available for like young girls here in like the Southern California area. And being able to see, um, doing science in a different way that I wasn't exposed to in high school was really like eye opening, and it really got me into chemistry, specifically a class called oh my god, mystery powders. So having an unknown and trying to figure out what it was. And so since then, I guess chemistry was it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Katie, talk to us.
Hey y'all. For me, it was my parents actually. So my brother and I think we were both in elementary school. We're like 5 years apart. They put us in a Saturday in science math program that was hosted by one of the ladies that attended our church. And I was very young, but we learned a lot about like spaceships, NASA, like all of these like cool projects. And I thank God for my parents because they planted the seed. I had no idea that years later that would pique my interest in wanting to learn about like computers and programming. And so what happened was, and when I was in high school, I became fascinated with like mobile devices and computers. And so I kind of became help desk for my family. So anytime I was kind of the go-to technical support for my family. So anytime somebody needed a printer or a phone or something set up, I was always that go-to person. And so I was like, well, maybe I should look into, instead of going into fashion, which is what I really wanted to do. My parents, bless their heart, they was like, no, baby, you can't really get the job with the fashion. So I'm gonna need you to look into medicine, engineering, or something else. And luckily for them, I actually enjoyed computers, and that led me to study information systems and computer science at Arizona State. And 11 years later, it's manifested into content creation and helping other underrepresented groups know that breaking into tech is possible. And also, someone as myself that's also a neurodivergent who had so much to overcome with learning very difficult concepts that did not have a programming background, that did not have a technical background. I jumped into it kind of head on. And so I just want to let people know that you can do it. So that's a little bit about my background.
Awesome, awesome. So y'all can hear me. So let's talk about. I love y'all's journey. I mean, it's interesting to see y'all's journey and everything, how it transitions and everything too from that end. But what obstacle? Let's talk about some obstacles have you faced, significant challenges you faced, and how you overcame them. And whoever wants to start, go for it. Oh, the silence, y'all.
Well, it wasn't really for me. It wasn't really any challenges as far as my career. But growing up, I had challenges to get to where I am because I lost both my parents by the time I was 8 years old, and I wasn't really guided, except for a couple of school teachers to even want to be a smart kid or do good or anything. So school teachers are very important, and the cliche always, if you just reach that one, I was definitely one of those ones that they reached to make me want to do good and really study and do my best. And coming from a small town, it wasn't a lot of opportunities, so I didn't know what I was going to do, and that's why I joined the Air Force because they said they would pay for me to go to school, but I didn't. I ended up not going to school because I had such an amazing career, traveling every couple of months and everything. So one of my platforms is letting kids know that they can still work with the space program without having a college education. Because I'm a prime example of that. I made it all the way to the top of my career without having a college education, with the crew escape equipment department with the orange spacesuits that the astronauts wear. That's where I worked for 22 years. So I want to make sure the kids know you can still do it. Don't let not having a degree deter you from working with the space program.
Love it, love it. All right. Who else wants to tell me any obstacles or challenges you maybe and how you overcame them?
Yeah.
Well, what I would share is not necessarily an obstacle. It was actually oddly an inspiration. I mean, the circumstance itself was not positive, but it was still ended up being inspirational, right? So I had a circuits professor at Tech who basically, went to see him during his office hours, and for whatever reason during that time frame, he decided to, in his tenured status, to tell me that black women had no business in engineering, and which was, a very obviously dark statement, and a very, you know, just a statement that for some, may be a turning point, right? Might
Yeah.
be, right, create just catalytic churn in terms of what somebody decides to do by hearing that and having that planted in their spirit, right? But for me, it ended up being something that said, okay, it was a realization of the space that I was coming into, and a realization that, this professor probably would not be the only person who would speak that and try to deter me from my pursuit. And that's why I say it was actually inspirational, because it made me decide, you know what, I'm preparing for this, and not just for me, but for other women that will be coming through on their particular STEM journeys. And the realization, 30 plus years later, there have been other instances of some form of that, right?
Mhm.
But again, I appreciate having had that experience and that exposure, because it set me up to recognize that this probably won't be the one and only, and just get yourself ready, basically.
Mhm.
Just get yourself ready. So again, it wasn't a challenge, but it was something that, I'm saying that in terms of, it wasn't a challenge for me, and recognize for others it has been a challenge to hear those words, to have that point of discouragement. So here again, for whomever is engaging and participating, whether you're, in high school, you're in college, or you're in the workplace, wherever that might be, if you hear,
Mhm.
if you experience that, please stay encouraged, please stay motivated, please continue the excellence of whatever you're presenting, however you're delivering, and know that that person, that experience, that those words do not define you.
Yeah, I want to piggy off what you just said, because I also have something where it's like it's not a challenge really, but something just like that I experienced as a woman in color, being a college professor actually. Having colleagues say that like, um, you should put smiley faces at the end of your emails, or um, other things, little things like, everything must be written in, perfect like English, where it's like, well, English is my second language. So I do have to like toss around like multiple languages, and writing is what it is. People make mistakes. And don't let, like, kind of what you said, those things deter you. Like, um, one, I'm proud that I do get to speak two languages. Um, I can read two languages. Um, I can kind of write in both languages, Spanish being the one that I probably would need to work on a bit more. Um, but those things, like, that's just like someone else's opinion about you. But like, you are much more than like what those things are said about you. Um, and you're a great person. Like, people will look up to you, and like not even see those like comments said by like those certain people, because it's kind of sad that they have to resort to such things when it's like, well, in reality, it's not that.
Mm. It's good. It's good.
Oh, and I just wanted to add, and I'll be really brief. I had something very similar to Erica and Dr. Vargas with being a woman of color, but also someone that has ADHD. And I did not jump into engineering and STEM with a technical background. That was a big obstacle for me because learning something, and I had processing issues. So on the ADHD side, I'm on audio and processing. So I was a serial note taker, and I just want to touch anybody that's in the neurodivergent community that doesn't think that they have the mental capacity to accomplish and learn very complex things, and that they can have very successful careers, because that was a very huge obstacle that I had to overcome. And because I knew, I'm not going to say it's a limitation, I just say it just makes me more jazzy, is I worked hard and I made sure that I found community, number one, to support me. And I was vocal about my struggles and what I needed help with. And I made sure that I was aggressive in getting the help that I needed to overcome the things that I was struggling with. So anybody that is a neurodivergent that's out there, encourage you and let you know it is possible. You will have to work a little bit harder than some people, but it is very possible. You can do it. And that's all I wanted to add.
I mean, that's a segue into some advice for our young people. If y'all could give short, brief, one piece of advice that you could give to our young people, to encourage them as far as STEM, what would it be? And Katie, if you want to go, you can, just because you kind of touched on it quick. Go for it.
Don't let anybody stop you from achieving your goals. Don't let anybody discourage you. Sometimes it could be family, it could be close friends. Dream big for yourself and keep working at it until it manifests.
Okay. Erica, you want to go?
Sure. I would say find your squad, find your support group, right? Like, there, the whole adage, right, about not traveling alone, and finding people. So find your squad, find your support group. You will, they add so much more to who you are and what you're doing on your journey.
Love it. Who wants to go next? Sharon? I'm
Yeah.
going in order of what I see.
If you know what you
Go for
want
it.
to do,
Go for
go
it.
for it and go hard. And always know that you can change your mind. You don't have to stick with something that you said you wanted to do in the second grade. You can always change your mind to do whatever you want to do. And you're capable and you can do it. And whatever you may be going through, any kind of obstacle or anything, just know that your current situation is not your final destination.
Absolutely. And I agree with
Dr.
all of
Orna?
what you said. And I want to add, believe in yourself. You can do it.
And
Love
my
it.
piece
Straight
of
to the point.
advice, my piece of advice would be that it's never too late to change careers. Like, it may take a little bit of bravery, but as you have your support group and you want to do something that's good for you, right? Good for your like own health, your mental health, your physical health. It's okay to jump into something new.
Hmm. Love it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the STEM Crew magazine. Y'all are featured in it. Talk to me. What are you excited about? Why are you excited to be a part of the STEM Crew magazine? I want to hear from everybody. Go for it.
I am just honored to be in a magazine with so many bad mama jammas and guys too, but really for the bad
Yes.
mama jammas.
Love it.
And like I said, that you thought enough of me to reach out to me because, sometimes people don't think of my career as a STEM career. My past career. I'm an author and speaker now. But
Okay.
but people that they don't really look at the spaces and think STEM. When I was there, they didn't anyway. And so I'm just happy that you offered to feature me, and I appreciate it.
Definitely, definitely. Come on, I want to hear some. I want to hear some positivity so the people know. I gave them a sneak preview. Talk to us. Y'all are featured in it. Why are you excited to be in it?
So thank you for this opportunity, and it's a wonderful opportunity for us to highlight the work that we are doing in young STEAMers, and to show the impact that we are doing on the little kiddos that we teach, and to spark curiosity and confidence in kids. And this also will help us connect with others, potential collaborators, volunteers, supporters, who shared our vision and of fostering a lifelong love of science in every child, regardless of their background.
Love it, love it. All right, talk
I'm
to us. Go for
I'm
it.
excited, just because, like, we get to tell our stories, and people get to see people that look like us in whatever capacity that may be. Because STEM is very large, and there's space for everyone. Because I think everyone should have a seat at the table that is STEM.
Love it, love it.
I'm
All right, Erica,
excited
bring us
that
in.
yes, ma'am. I'm excited that the magazine is making a difference and making an impact, right? The magazine is creating awareness, the magazine is creating access, the magazine is giving exposure to Dr. Vargas's point of just all the amazing and broad things that are STEM, right? Sharon, I was shaking my head when you were like, some people don't qualify, or don't establish what you did as STEM. I was like, how can they not? Oh my gosh, right?
Girl.
Um, and so the magazine is giving great exposure to all of that. So I thank you, Tiffany, for making a difference and making an impact, and just being so intentional about the work that you're doing. So truly appreciate you for that. And I'm excited for that. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're gonna close out. I don't want to keep the people waiting too long because after we finish this talk, I'm gonna go and do some magic and see who's subscribed. And just in case people who haven't, I'm still giving you a chance. Go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com because I'm gonna then put it out to those who subscribe. So tell all your family, friends, everybody. www.stemcrewmagazine.com. All right, everyone. As we close out, how can people learn more from you? Find out more about you? Do you have anything for them, to give to them? Talk to us each one by one and just say, how can people get more from you, learn from you, and get in touch with you?
Anybody? I have a
Anybody.
website. It's www.sharoncaplesmcdougall.com. I'm on all the social platforms under my name, Sharon McDougall, or Suit Up with Shay, which is my children's book series. And that's also the name of my company. So reach out to me if you need a speaker. Black History Month's coming up, Women History Month coming up. Book me, book Shay today.
Love it. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. So I'm on most social media platforms. I just joined Blue Sky today. But you can find me with using the handle at dr.daisyrosasv. And you can also I do have a website. It is, let me just make sure I get it right, daisyrosasv at wixsite.com/DRV1. I do a lot of science communication nowadays. And so you can see some of the videos that I've done explaining, chemistry and everyday things in the kitchen, in life, and just like random things that I'm interested in.
Love it. Love it. And probably if y'all could go to gonna try to see if I can get y'all. If you put it in the chat, I can put it up as well. How people can get in touch with you, and then we can also put it in the chat as well. Follow up,
Thank you.
whatever. Who wants to go next? How can we get more from you?
So Young Steamers, we have a website, youngsteamers.org, and we are on Instagram, youngsteamers.org, or Facebook, also on LinkedIn. We love to connect with potential collaborators, with volunteers. We always love our volunteers. And if you are a high school and you want to volunteer, as we are a nonprofit, you can get hours for working with us. And so you can find us youngsteamers.org and on all the other social media. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. All right.
Everyone.
Talk to us. How can people get more from you?
Yes, ma'am. If you're interested in learning more about the STEM Funders Network, just go to stemfundersnetwork.org, and you can find a plethora of information there. And for me personally, I live on LinkedIn, so all things LinkedIn and that's inclusive of the chat on LinkedIn, right? So you can inbox me on LinkedIn. You can keep up with. I try and put just informative, just data points and things out there about what's happening in the STEM ecosystem. But yeah, LinkedIn is where I live. So I would love to catch up with anybody there.
Any
Love it,
ladies in the
love it.
Houston area?
I'm
Houston,
in
Texas?
Dallas. I'm in Dallas, but that's
Southern
not
California.
Kind of close.
Love it. Well, ladies, thank you so much for just hopping on for the time being and representing. So, thank you. I just want to say thank you for being a part of this journey. This is a 1-year celebration, and this is the 5th of the quarterly magazine, and y'all are a part of it. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so everyone, make sure you go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com. After I get off here, we will make sure that we drop the link to go straight to the magazine. So thank you, ladies. I'm gonna go and probably give one more sneak preview. I need the people to let me know in the chat. I'm gonna give you one more sneak preview. But thank you, ladies. I appreciate all that you're doing. Continue to keep up the great work. Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Tiffany.
All right. So I hope everybody has got some nuggets from our great speakers for today. They did amazing. They're representing, of course, you can learn more from them, of course, not just from their websites, but also in the magazine. So hopefully you learned a lot from them. I'm taking them all off the screen, closing them out. And I think I'm gonna give y'all one more sneak preview. If you didn't get to see it before, we have shown it. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the great radio show host, as far as when I host the Read It Right radio show, you got the who represented, and I think I'm gonna show y'all one more time. Let me see. Put it in the chat. Let me know. Those that's listening out there, let me know. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. Let's see here. Let me see if I can share the screen one more time before I send it out to the people, because I know everybody's been waiting all day. And I still got some more. We still have some more as far as featured flyers we're going to put out. We've been putting videos all throughout. If you haven't gone to the at STEM Crew Mag, make sure that you go to STEM Crew Mag and check it out on the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and or X, and then you can make sure that you are getting plugged in. We have been featuring, putting videos and all of that up there. So I'm giving you a chance now, but I'm going to share once again a sneak preview. I want to give another sneak preview because I love to give a sneak preview, so then I can entice you to make sure that you tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell everybody about this new magazine that has just been launched. So I'm going to share it with you real quick. Let me see if I can share it. And let's see here. Okay, so they have dropped their links in the chat. So I'm going to see if I can copy paste while we doing this. But let me see if I can share it quick. And thank y'all for your patience. I love it. I love it. We are going through this. Let me share screen because I know y'all want to see this one last sneak preview. All right. So once you get it, you're going to be able to see the highlighted feature for today, Maynard Okereke, who I interviewed on my Read It Right radio show, which airs 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. So make sure you check it out. Also, if you want to be on the show, I'm always looking for interviewees, the ones to interview. So y'all lovely ladies, men, all of y'all that's been a part of this magazine, I need y'all to be on this radio show as well. But I won't talk too much, but I'll give you another sneak preview. I'm about to do a little flip show. Let's see here. Let me see if I can give a little flip show real quick. Let me make sure I'm sharing it with the group. All right, here's my flip show. We got Maynard, of course, 22 STEM trailblazers, 5 gummy bear STEM challenges plus fun STEM facts. One of the featured articles is exploring STEM through global. And then, of course, it's our anniversary issue, celebrating 1 year. So hopefully y'all are loving the fact that we are celebrating 1 year. So this is just going to give you a sneak preview. Of course, people don't know what STEM is, so we had to make sure that STEM was incorporated, because science, technology, engineering, math. We've been saying that all throughout this time. I should have been putting it out there. STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. But these are some of the features. I'm going to just go quickly. Fun facts. These are some topics that we'll have. STEM in everyday life. Balloons. I'm going to give some tips on balloons for Thanksgiving. STEM challenge. Building bridges, girls and civil. Future for study, students being able to do different designs of the cars, and as well as exploring STEM through global educational. And of course, we have different hands-on activities featuring gummy bears. Of course, if you don't know, I'm the founder, Tiffany Teachy. We're going on a year. We featured this during STEM, National STEM Day last year in November. And so I'm excited to continue to share it. Celebrating 1 year, 100 featured STEM trailblazers, 30 plus STEM activities, 17 contributing writers. And some of these outings are repeat ones. And so we love to have repeat contributing writers because they are contributing. But this is our group of contributing writers for this magazine that has come on board that you'll be able to see as well. Various topics, articles. We're going to have our featured. I'm going to go fast because I need y'all to read it. We have our different articles. Love to have business ads. We love our business ads. Make sure if you want to put a business ad in for you to do that as well. Once again, go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com. Down at the bottom, you got advertisement, you got features, you got contributing writers. So if you go to that website, down at the bottom, you can sign up to be a part of this magazine as well. If you want to write a book, children's book, www.publishthewritebook.com. Love to get you to write children's books. I'd love to get more out here. And if you don't know, I am a children's book author of What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z, STEM Crew Kids Adventures magazine. As far as books, loving the kids. If you didn't know, I am an author. I'm an engineer. I didn't even introduce myself, y'all. But if you don't know, you can learn more about me. Definitely in that first anniversary magazine, the fall 2023, you can learn more. Definitely, because that was one of the features from it. But these are just some of the different ones. I'm going to go fast because I don't want y'all to get intriguing. Got our different trailblazers. I'm going to go fast because I don't want you to see all the goodies. I need you to open it up. I need you to, and it is alphabetized and everything too. But go. Some of these are people we've seen on the show that you just saw. But this is a sneak preview. Yes. All right. I'm going to keep going. And the gummy challenge. And voila. Once again, www.stemcrewmagazine.com. Yes, 88 pages. This is the longest we've had, but it's so much good information that's in this magazine. So I'm excited to be able to share that with you. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I hope that you have enjoyed this show. And thank you so much, everyone, for just taking part in this celebration. And so just in case you didn't see some of the links, we will go back and put it in the chat for the YouTube at Tiffany Teachy or either at STEM Crew Magazine, and make sure that we get these to you. But I will see if I can, let me see if I can display some of the ones that came and talked today before I leave. Let's see here. Because we had some great speakers for today. And I just want to say thank you for those that were able to join us. So I'm just going to drop it in here, show a display real quick, because we did have a lot on the panel, but this will at least get you where you can at least get in touch with them and learn more from them. So I'm going to show you Erica, who was on there, Erica Moore. This is her LinkedIn page. Definitely it's ERRIKA. If you're looking for her. Then we have Sharon, and I will show hers. Sharon was on there representing. Oh, and Erica has her foundation as one as well. Let me see if I can add that real quick and display that. STEMfundersNetwork.org. And of course, when I go back to Sharon's, it was Sharon CaplesMcDonald's.com. Let's see. KD gave me some for her Glam Techie. I will add that real quick. And y'all can always go back to this and learn more. So I will share that real quick. And that was with KD. Yeah, the ladies, y'all dropped it in here. I love it. I love it. And so let's see here. So for glamtechie.com for KD, and for Dr. Orna, you have the Young Steamers. And of course, that is on Instagram as well as the website, youngsteamer.org. So I'm giving you these ladies and displaying it so then we won't say we didn't give it to the people. Give it to the people. I want to at least not mess up on that part. And then for Daisy, Dr. Daisy, I will put her info here too. And we'll go from there. So Dr. Daisy was on there. She's also available on Instagram as well. And that is her website. And from there, I will drop one more for her and share it. All right. I think I've given everybody's contact. And of course, the ones before then, Black Girl Scientist is for Dr. King. And then we also had Ken, who's representing the National Honor Society. So I want to make sure y'all check them out also. I've seen them on Instagram as well. And I think that's it. And let me see if I go back to where you can make sure put my plug in. Free digital STEM Crew magazine. And there are printed versions of it. Right now, I'm giving the free versions, but there are printed versions of the previous ones as well. And so I will also send that out. We will send it out. The team will send that out. But there are going to be printed versions of this as well. But for right now, get the digital one, www.stemcrewmagazine.com. And hopefully you've enjoyed the time. So all else fails, we are celebrating a year. I am thankful for the opportunity to continue to represent as the founder of the STEMcrewmagazine.com. If you want to find out more about me, STEMcrewmagazine.com. Also, www.stemistheway.com if you want to get some more free resources, 10 STEM scholarships and organizations, ebook. If you're interested in writing a book, talk to me, www.publishtherightbook.com. I hope you've had a great time. I'm giving a chance for those that have not subscribed yet to go ahead and subscribe and go to www.stemcrewmagazine.com. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the panelists that came on board. And I hope y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm so glad that y'all could join us during this time of holiday season and just have a happy holiday as well in general. And just be safe. Have a good one. Thank you so much. www.stemcrewmagazine.com. We're about to go hit the button and share this fall 2024 anniversary edition of the STEM Crew Magazine.